I had planned to wait until the fait accompli before writing, but, at any rate, unless some wholly unforeseen event or action should rear its ugly head, I should in not too many days become a second lieutenant. I have been put in for what is called a battlefield commission, have safely passed my physical examination, now await the slow journey of papers from battalion to division to corps, to group to army, and then back down again. This journey is further delayed by the present rate of advances, which necessarily thins and slows communication lines, particularly those with as little priority as such papers must possess. As I suggested, there is still the possibility that it will never go through, and I am not counting my chickens before they are hatched. But I have already received my officer's liquor ration, which, you probably know, is a shameful tribute to privilege, but in fact amounts in some cases to a liquor ration for all the men serving under that particular officer. Mother, in a burst of optimism, suggested that perhaps I will be home to celebrate little Keith's birthday on May 23rd. Even if the war should end this minute, the likelihood of my return to the U.S. before August or September is remote, and then it would mean that I had cleared two very real obstacles: South Pacific and occupying troops. Resistance is, as you have read, already disorganized, and it is doubtful whether there is any body of men who could constitute themselves as an authoritative German government with the power and prestige to force an unconditional surrender. The Hitler gang will never do this, but, and now I merely speculate, will hole up somewhere and dramatically spit defiance until finally eliminated. Mr. Roosevelt's death was a shattering blow, particularly since President Truman is so patently in mediocrity. But he possesses much honest competence, and we have in past history many instances of where responsibility has broadened and enlarged a man. It is too early to estimate FDR's niche in history, but it is certain that it will be eminent and enduring. Nothing has convinced me more of this than the tributes paid him by the French, English, Russians, Poles, Slavs, et al. We have liberated. Certainly it is not just because he was president of the U.S. that to a man all honor him as best they can with gestures and a mixture of various languages. One Frenchman asked me, "Who is president now?" I told him and added, "Not so good as Roosevelt." He responded fervently, "Never, never, one so good as Roosevelt."